Oh dear friends, we are very glad to see you on our online course Quest, and we do hope that you will achieve all those goals which you'd like to achieve. I'd like to introduce myself first of all. My name is Tatiana, I will be your mentor during the whole course, and I hope we will cooperate well. If you have any questions, please ask me or text me or send me your emails, your questions, and I will help you anytime you'd like. So, okay, as I have already mentioned, my name is Tatiana, and I'd like you to, first of all, I'd like you to remember the main points. I'd like to tell you about our course and what we are supposed to do. First of all, let me tell you some words about the structure of the course. So the course includes in itself all the main points. I mean, these ones which are just written on the board. So grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, listening, reading, and writing. So why it is important to mention and to tell you again and again. I don't want you to skip over the points almost all the time when some uneducated students do very often. I mean, for example, we have a lot of examples in our company when students, our potential students, come to us and say, we want to speak, but they don't want to do anything else. They don't understand, or maybe they don't understand that speaking is like a summary. So if you look at any lesson in our online course, you will see that, first of all, you will have to do some grammar exercises. Then you will have to look through and to digest the vocab which is given. Then pronunciation, then listening, then reading and writing. Okay, and I'd like to point out the main points for you, first of all, because you are our distant students, and most of you will do the course individually. So that is why the crucial moments for you are reading and writing, because without these 2 points you won't be able to achieve your goals, believe me. So if you can't read, if you can't retell what you read, if you are not absorbed into the language, you won't be able to start thinking in English. So if you don't write anything, I mean, if you don't make up dialogues, if you don't write compositions or your monologues, you won't be able to speak orally. So these points are very connected, are very close to each other, you see, writing, reading, and speaking. So that is why, what else it is important to say? So that is why almost in every lesson you will be asked to make up a dialogue, maybe to read a text and to work on the text. So that is why pay a lot of attention to writing and reading. And what else it is important to say? Every lesson has some additional material. You see, additional material is for students who are well motivated and who are determined and who really want to improve their level. And in the additional material, you will find some a point, I mean a section, which is named home reading, or we could call it extra reading. So in this section we suggest you read one science fiction story, but if it is not your genre of literature, you can choose your own one. If you like detectives, please read detective stories. If you like love stories, please read love stories. Okay. And so you'd better do it every day to read and to retell, You can put, we suggest you upload every chapter of your reading of your story on Instagram, and it will be very useful for you and for other students to compare the progress which you make and to compare the progress which other students make. So, and you can put it on Instagram. You can put your dialogues on Instagram too. Don't forget that we just give you some ideas to which you can develop, which you can increase. I mean, for example, if you make up a dialogue, just don't stick to those phrases which are given in the lesson. You can think of your own ones and you can use them and you can write them down and then play with your partner. Okay, as for your partners, I understand that I have already mentioned about it, that you work individually, but on the other hand, it will be very useful if you find a partner. Now you can ask me, where can I find a partner? Don't forget that you have a platform and you will be given email address, all the email address of our students, of your peers who work on the same level. You can find a partner, you can turn on Skype and work with your friends on Skype as well. So just don't, how can I say it, don't stay alone. Just look for friends, find friends and work together. Why not? Maybe you will be able to find two friends and to work with two partners. Who knows? So it's up to you to decide. If it is impossible, sure, we emphasize that point that you can't work with anybody else, just individually. So that is why I point out, you will see, if you work in a pair, you have one task. If you work alone, you can have another task to do. I mean, it concerns, first of all, it concerns writing. I mean, not just writing, but I mean, it concerns making up dialogues, or yes, writing composition. Make up dialogues first of all, because as I understand that everybody wants to speak. But if you want to speak, you first of all, not only you, all of us, we have to think what to say and how to say. So you must remember about the structure, any structure of a sentence or questions and so on, and vocab. And please increase your vocab. Writing will help you to remember new words, new phrases, new collocations, any new vocab in general. So, look, as for listening, sometimes we suggest you do some listening exercises, not just listening, just some exercises which can help you to develop your skills. We do hope that they will be helpful for you to do. So listening, okay, I have mentioned these 2 points, reading and writing, listening. Don't forget, please, yes, sure, don't forget about pronunciation. It's very important. Word stress, sentence stress, the correct pronunciation of all the English sounds. Please pay attention to such exercises as well, because if you don't pronounce well, you know this law. If you don't pronounce well, if you don't pay attention to your pronunciation, it will be very difficult for you to hear what they say. Yeah, so that is why it's a very important point. And there are 2 other points, grammar and vocab. As you understand, your level is pre-intermediate, you know that they are crucial as well. So grammar and vocab are the main points. If you remember structures, if you know how to build a sentence, to make up a sentence, to make up questions correctly, you look intelligent. Sure, you look intelligent, and you will be able to express what you want. If you don't know, if you don't remember, if you don't pay any attention to grammar, it will be very difficult for you. Just you will use some phrases, phrase, and no, anyhow, and nobody will be able to understand it. Just maybe in some way, but yeah, it will be quite difficult for you to build up a monologue, to build up a good dialogue with an interlocutor. So, and as for vocab, it's a very big, I mean, Lexis is a very big sphere as well, words, phrases, collocations. So you will be able to, I'm absolutely sure you will be able to remember a lot of, if you, I will tell again and again, if you do reading and writing, I mean writing compositions and make up